Good morning everyone. Today we learn about test construction in research methodology. A psychological or educational test is a standardized procedure to measure the few aspects of trait, behavior, personality, attitude by using a sample of verbal or non-verbal tests or behavior. It can measure both qualitative and quantitative aspects of the test. A test is always a form of evaluation procedure which contains a set of questions or items which are aimed at to get the required answers. The purpose or objective of a psychological test is to compare the person on different traits or to compare the different individuals on same test. Therefore, test construction is a set of activation or activities involved in developing and evaluating a set of some physiological functions. It's a science and art of planning, preparing, conducting the test with statistical and analytical reporting of scores, results on standard scales. Uses or advantages of test construction. It measures the appropriate level of knowledge. It focuses on alignment of teaching and learning activities and thus paying focus on concepts and tasks, assessing the achievement of learning outcomes, evaluating concepts learned and knowing their relationship. Principles of test construction. They enhance the incremental validity both among the elements within the test and between the tests. Evaluation of test is most important step in test construction. Quality of any test is measured by validity, reliability, so they should be considered at all phases of the test construction. While constructing a test, one should be careful at precise articulation of each element of a test. While constructing any test, we need to keep or maintain the objectivity, validity, reliability, norms and practicability of the test. It should be cost affordable and should benefit a larger population. Means it should not be too costly to conduct on a larger population. A test should not be too easy or too difficult. Example, if all get 10 by 10 grade or none gets above 90%, both tests are considered as invalid tests. Evaluation of test plays a crucial role in test construction. Next, types of test. Based on their nature, we have plenty of types of test construction. So, first thing, based on administration. Whether we are conducting on a single person or group of person, they are classified as individual tests like WISC and ESP, group tests like WAIS and SPM. Based on scoring, objective tests and subjective tests. Based on the time, power tests which are not time bound and speed tests which are always time bound like IQ and DBDA. Based on nature of tests, we have two types, verbal tests and non-verbal or performance-based tests. So, these are various types of test constructions. Thus, an ideal test should meet all the essential criteria as we already discussed, that is objectivity, reliability, validity, norms and practicability. Steps in test construction. First thing, planning. Before conducting any test, the test conductor should be well thorough with purpose or aim, materials used, type of test, duration and on which the trait test is focused, so on. So, we have to, the examiner or test constructor should keep all these aspects in mind before planning aspect of the test construction. Item writing. Items means questions in the test, which is basic and important aspect of any test construction. It can be verbal or non-verbal natures of the test. Key points while selecting the items. The test developer or constructor should be aware of traits, behavior to be tested on the individuals. Overall knowledge about a subject, both theoretically and hands-on experience. Then, review of literature or studying other previous tests in that area. So, the structure of the test is well framed and organized. The examiner should be good at linguistic abilities. Thorough understanding of intellectual capabilities of the persons on whom the test is being conducted, so that he can plan the question accordingly on which population we are going to conduct this test. One should be creative and wise so that the items will be conveyed in simplest way. The questions should be from all areas of traits or behavior which are aimed to be measured. Means we need to take the questions from all areas, not only one area or all the questions in one area, so that we can plan or form the questions including all areas of traits or personality. The test conductor should be familiar with different types of questions and merits and demerits of the same. After developing questions or items, they should be submitted to a group of experts for better evaluation of test before conducting itself. The examiner or test conductor should be proficient, knowledgeable, well-rounded professional, vocabulary, fluency skills, coherence and comprehensiveness, and thorough understanding of language, which includes synonyms, antonyms, homonyms or homographs, acronyms, homophones, etc. Here one example. Homonyms means what? We will be having a same pronunciation and even same spelling. Example, jam, J-A-M. So one jam is eating jam and another jam is traffic jam. Means the meaning is different. The spelling and pronunciation are same, but the meanings are different. Coming to homophones, the pronunciation is same. Means I. I means I myself. Then EYEI means eyes. Okay. So the pronunciation are same, but the meaning or interpretation is different. Next example can be quite. Q-U-I-T-E is quite means entirely or completely. Q-U-I-E-T means calm. Okay. So these things, before construction of these questions, the examiner or test constructor should be very thorough with the meanings. Otherwise, the questions will be ambiguous, means unclear. So, to maintain the better understanding of the test questions, the test constructor should be very thorough with the linguistic skills on which language the person is being tested. Next, see that the test item should not be too easy or too tough. If so, the validity and reliability of the tests are lost. So, all this part, that is planning, item writing and all these points together considered as blueprint of a test construction. So, it is outline what we are going and how we are going to conduct the test. Next, the third step is experimental tryout or item analysis. It's actual action part of the test construction. It's a way of conducting test to a group of people or individuals. It includes everything which includes a statistical analysis to find out which items are efficient, which are not efficient, so that inefficient items or questions can be modified accordingly or removed from the test itself. So this happens after the process of review analysis by the group of experts in the area or domain. Next, item difficulty means how difficult the questions in the particular test are. Is it easy or too tough for the test takers? So, index difficulty refers to the percentage of sample who answered the items correctly. The difficulty index should be between 40 to 60, keeping the mindset of an average learner in the mind. That is, questions should not be too easy or too difficult and should be average. So, all the performers or the students can do well in the examination or test. Index discrimination. It is also called as validity index. It's nothing but how well a single item discriminates between superiors and inferiors on a particular trait or behavior. It can find out drawbacks, omissions, ambiguous nature of questions in the test. An item with at least 20 correlations with total score is considered to have sufficient discriminatory power. Therefore, positively discriminating items are retained and accepted in the test, while negatively discriminating items are dropped or removed from the test construction. It's all just to maintain the effectiveness of test by having the standards of reliability, validity and practicability. So this is about test construction in simple way. Thank you.